What's up everybody, Maran here for another Mustang Monday update video. So it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I just wanted to give you guys a little update on the ordering for the Bullitt, as well as a little update on the car, since I did do one new small little thing to it. So first, update on the ordering of the Bullitt. It's been a cluster, so it's honestly kind of stressing me out just because I'm so excited for this car to get here, but it seems like there's some kind of internal turmoil with manufacturing at Ford or something that is supposedly delaying production of the Bullitt. We'll have to wait and see. I've been getting a bunch of reports, some that are saying it's going to be sooner, some that are saying it's right on time, and a lot of the ones that are more credible seem to be saying production is going to be delayed for the Bullitt, because ordering was supposed to open up on March 12th and it did not. So that's an issue already, and it's really a strange one because from people I've talked to who have ordered on day one for prior model year Mustangs, it's always opened on the expected order date, that was published, that would be open. So this is highly unusual for ordering to not open on the day that Ford says it's going to open on. So there's something going on that's delaying them from even accepting orders for the Bullitt. And it sounds like even with people that have been ordering 2018 Mustangs, that even some of the availability of parts for those are getting hard to come by. Like some people have been trying to order Magna Ride and they're not even able to get that on a regular 2018. So maybe there's some supplier issues. I don't know what's going on, but what it's looking like, according to, again, some of these higher up people that have been posting on the Blue Oval forums, it sounds like production for Bullitts won't begin until July sometime, possibly, which would mean an August or September delivery, which, again, these are first world problems. I don't want to sit here and whine that, the car is showing up a month or two later than I expected, but considering it is launching right in the middle of summer, it just really, I have multiple road trips planned that I want to do in the Bullitt. I mean, yes, I still have a very sweet 2016 Mustang GT that I love and enjoy, and, it's not the end of the world if I have to do those road trips in this car instead of that, but it's just, you're excited about it. And there's another thing, I don't want to load up tons and tons of miles on a car I'm going to be trading in, a few weeks later on, a new one, so I would rather put those miles on a car I'm going to keep forever, and, who cares if I'm loading up miles on it, versus this, I'm trying to keep the miles low to help with trade-in. So for those reasons, I'm a little stressed out, honestly, about these delays. Again, it's still all he said, she said, so it could all be completely false and everything might be totally fine, but just the fact that ordering hasn't opened means there is something going on and something's getting delayed. And so we just have to wait and see just how bad those delays are. It might be minor, it might be a little more major, so it's just one of those things we'll have to wait and see how it all pans out. But for those of you that were wondering, when is the Bullitt arriving, what's going on, I was expecting to get the car sometime, early July would have been, nice, and, it'd be great because, I want to get it as soon as possible because, everyone goes, I'm going to tons of car shows in the summer, doing all kinds of different, things with the car, and so to not have it for all the summer stuff and then it show up right as fall is starting and everyone's done with car shows and everyone's going away, because here in Pittsburgh, it starts getting cold in October, so you don't have a huge, driving season like you might have in, some of these warmer places where people are driving, around on Christmas Day with shorts and a t-shirt. We don't have that luxury here in Pittsburgh, so that's why it's so imperative that I get this car as soon as possible. So anyway, that's my little mini rant on that. I'll keep you guys posted, of course, on, when the Bullitt's coming, but it's going to be a lot of exciting new content. That's why I'm upset also for the channel, because I want to have exciting new stuff for you guys, on in the new car, and I have a bunch of cool ideas for things that are going to be new here with the 2019 Mustangs and the Bullitt and stuff that I want to do. So hopefully it'll come sooner rather than later. I keep my fingers crossed, trying to stay optimistic, and just kind of trying to keep myself distracted until the car actually arrives. But as for the 2016 Mustang GT here, still serving me faithfully. I have a little over 21,000 miles on it still. I hadn't been driving it for a few weeks. I had a bunch of press press cars, but now I don't have any press cars here scheduled for the next few weeks, so I'm back to daily driving this, which I absolutely love. It's an absolute blast still. The one new thing that I did do to the vehicle was a new license plate. So I ordered a vanity plate right after there was the reveal for the Bullits. I was like, okay, I want to make sure I get my plate reserved. Hold on, I'll do a little acceleration here briefly, just a little second gear pull for the fun of it. That always relieves stress. But anyway, so I ordered a new license plate right when the Bullits were announced, and I did that because they always say at the DMV it'll be like 3 to 4 months to get a new plate, and so I didn't want to have the plate show up as I'm trying to transfer plates to a new car and it turn into a big cluster. So I was like, well, I'll just get the plate ahead of time, it'll be fine. The car will show up in June or July, and I'll only have it on this car for a month or two. But of course the DMV got the plate done way quicker than I was expecting. I got it last week. And so the plate is JJZ109B. The reason why I did that plate is the movie car in Bullitt was JJZ109. That was already taken, and a lot of the variations that were closer were already taken, but the 109B I thought fit because it's close enough in B for Bullitt. And I just like that better than a plate that spells out Bullitt or something like that, because this way only Bullitt fans will get it and appreciate it. Everyone else will just think it's a normal plate, so it's not an obnoxious vanity plate like you often see on a lot of other cars, Teslas especially. So just I'm using it now obviously on the regular Mustang here in the meantime, but I don't feel so bad. I mean, you could look at it as like, okay, now I'm like posing as if I have a Bullitt even though I don't with this license plate, but I think that this car still is very true to what the Bullitt car was. The Bullitt car wasn't any kind of special edition. It was just a regular green Mustang GT, and that's what this is. So and this one actually is maybe a little more accurate to the movie car, because this has a few dings and bruises on it here since I bought it used and it wasn't in pristine condition. So it's a little dinged up, which the Bullitt movie car was also a little dinged up. So maybe in that case it's actually a little more true to the movie car than the actual Bullitt edition will be. But yeah, so that's really the only update, and like I said, that plate will transfer to the new car. It's the plate I plan on keeping with the car, but that's the only change I made to the car. Of course, I'm not doing any modifications to this, even if I do have to wait a little longer for the Bullitt. It's still just not worth doing anything to this and then tearing it off in 6, 7, 8 months, however long it takes for the car to get here. And so I'm just going to keep this the way it is. I still absolutely love it, especially you crack the windows a little bit, get that great glorious V8 exhaust sound, and I'm happy with the stock exhaust. I'm not needing something super shouty or loud, although I am very much looking forward to the active exhaust in the Bullitt, which will allow it to be as loud as I want, whenever I want at the flip of a switch. That's going to be really great. But yes, that's it for a little update here on the Bullitt. Thank you guys for listening to my little rant, and thank you guys, of course, for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.